examination were to identify signs of trauma or injuries to the body, detect signs of sexual violence, collect appropriate forensic samples, document the post-mortem examination through photographs and videography, determine the cause of death. Upon completing the procedure, the forensic pathologists rule out signs of physical and sexual trauma on Ms. Young's body. After careful deliberation, the team concluded that Ms. Young died as a result of drowning. Ms. Young's relatives were briefed following the examination and informed of the medical cause of death. Due to the state of the decomposition of Ms. Young's body, the pathologists were unable to provide an exact time of death.
Decomposition already. Our body are decomposed already. And she's not even dead 1 full day yet. Because she did it in the evening and them find her the morning after. Body start decompose so quick. Anyway, I don't know.
The relatives were also informed that the pathologists ruled out theories of forcible drowning or any other means of killing, followed by disposal of the body in water. So that was what was communicated. Of course, as you know, the toxicology tests that would have to also be completed. So that is a brief synopsis of what was of information that is available with me. The pathologists would conclude their report and sign their full report. And that, of course, within the limits of the law, will be made available to the family and also, I'm sure, for public examination at any time.
So you say that's the thing now. Okay, let's say she did drown. Why wasn't she found when people were searching the pool the evening after the evening when she went missing? How come she was found the morning after? How come people had multiple videos and pictures of the empty blue pool that is well lit? And even if some people are saying that the pool was cloudy, okay, if the pool was cloudy, there was light in the pool. Even if the pool was cloudy and she was in the bottom of that pool, her body would have casted some sort of shadow. Even if the pool was cloudy, the pool had light in it. And even if the pool was cloudy, her body would have casted a shadow. We have aerial view of the pool. The evening, the night, people went there to search for the girl, and the girl wasn't found until the morning. We need to ask them type of question then now. How comes it was reported that she had bruises to her neck, and now there's no bruises? When she came out of the pool, her hand right there so white, her knee white, like it scrape up. They said she had tissue in her nose. Now we are here say a frat or mucus. How comes we got a story that she went away in a red car or something like that? And they want to give license plate and say want to have footage of it. And then when the people them demand to see the footage, want to change the story. There is so many inconsistencies that we have to look upon this like it's some foul play and people are hiding the truth.
Hi guys, so I've woken up trying to have a bit different mindset today and being more positive, but at the same time yesterday is still devastating. We are hearing more reports today that they have ruled out forcible drowning in the case of Adrianna Young. They have ruled out any trauma, they have ruled out sexual assault. What I don't understand is yesterday, when you first came out of the autopsy, you were telling us that you could prove she'd been drowned. However, you couldn't prove how she had drowned or where she had drowned due to further testing needed to be done on the water found in her lungs, etc. And then within an hour, you're saying you can confirm that nothing untoward had happened and she had just drowned. But that can't be done, right? Because you haven't done toxicology yet. That's going to take, I imagine, weeks to come back. And you haven't tested where the water in her lungs came from yet. So how are you making such bold statements as there was no forcible drowning?
Exactly.
The doctor who was chosen by the family to oversee the autopsy has been out as well and said, you know, she did drown. I can tell you there was no injury to her body. And then he goes on to say, but I can't explain this on her arms. I can't explain it on her hands. I can't explain it on her knees.
Exactly.
Like, you're a medical doctor. If you can't explain it, how are we supposed to just accept that it was done naturally in a swimming pool?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but we must keep shouting justice for Adrianna.
So I just want to reiterate, this is the pool. This is the pool on the night that Adrianna was missing. She's not in that water. Now, I've literally zoomed into all different parts of this picture. I've looked in the steps. I've looked near the ladder. There is no body in this water. And I'm going to play in a minute a video from a guy from Ghana who's called Critic, who actually does a lot of this stuff. I think he's a social media influence over there.
Clear.
And he actually films at the actual pool. And people are saying, like, oh, maybe the pool was cloudy or whatever. But this yellow line kind of thing down the middle of the pool, take a look at that in his footage. And it's so clear, like, through the water. And I did say earlier, like, if there was a body in water in a pool and I didn't know anyone was missing, I could absolutely walk past a pool and not maybe spot a body. But her family, the police, the hotel staff, the villagers, people were all there and people were looking for missing Adrianna. Like, if she was there, they would have seen her.
Exactly.
And as you can see, you see the pool here, clear. Like when the family said they went in the pool and check, everybody went in the pool and check. Normally, you ain't got to check if there's a body in this pool. You could see it because the pool is clear.
All right.
Right? So, obviously the young lady, the 11-year-old who's gone missing from this place is not in this pool. Right? So I walking around, I look in, I talk to management before I talk to the mother and the father to make sure I have an inclusive story. Everybody knows what's going on, why it's going on, and so on. Right? So you got the pool here. The pool water looks clear.
Pool water clear. And again, as I said, there is light in the pool. So even if there was a dead body at the bottom of that pool, you would have seen some form of darkness. You would have seen a ball of darkness. At somewhere in the pool, you would have seen that. This is a total slap in the face to the people. They might try insult to intelligence because they feel like we're not in a sense. And I personally don't believe this. Okay, if she drowned, why wasn't her body in the pool when time people was looking for her, the evening to the night to early in the morning when she was found? Because people searched the pool before she was found in the pool. So she was in the pool, so. And then they're going to tell us, due to her decomposition state, they couldn't tell the exact time she died. Doctor can't explain the discoloration on her hand and her knees. That's crazy, fam.
So the autopsy shows that the girl drowned. Well, we all know that. Now they're saying they're going to test the water in her stomach to see if it matches the water in the pool. Y'all listen to me very fucking carefully, yeah? These fuckers that murdered that girl for some sacrificial reason, they had everything planned. They filled the bathtub with pool water and drowned her in there. They're not stupid. That girl didn't drown in that pool. If the results come back that the water in her stomach was from that pool, those motherfuckers filled that bathtub with that pool water and drowned her in there. It was all planned. It was all planned. If I was a killer, I would do something like that. I would do something like that. I would plan it like that. So don't fall for this fucking bullshit. This autopsy should have done with people from the outside. Why didn't they do that? And finally, this guy Guyanese critic, he know a lot more than he telling us.
Right now, this whole thing does seem fishy, bro. You understand? I want to their seaside. This whole thing does fishy, bro. What them say? You can fool some of the people them sometime, but you can't fool all the people all the time, Rasta. Something happened to that girl that wasn't natural. Something happened to that girl that wasn't natural, and we are not falling for it. We're not idiot. We're not clown. You understand what I say? No. Rest in peace again to ADRIANNA. Now let me address some of these people. Because I realize there is a small subset of Guyanese people who are hitting out against me and my videos when I defend Guyana and defend the actions of the Guyanese people and the way how them vent them frustration. It's a specific group of Guyanese people, a subset of Guyanese people, telling me that I'm an idiot and calling me racist. No. How am I racist? Defending people. Again, it's a small subset of Guyanese people, and they all look the same way. The whole of them who are calling me racist, them look the same way. That's all I'm going to say. If I didn't know better, I would have think you guys were the racist ones. But let me leave that alone. Big up every Guyanese people who are fighting for ADRIANNA right now. Big up on yourself. Keep the fight alive. Justice for ADRIANNA. You understand what I say? Big up the whole of Guyana. One nation and Imara nation. Make sure someone like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit notification bell so we can grow the farm. You understand? Boom.